Okay, grade 10. Sorry I'm a bit late. I had a dinner that I had to go to. Okay, but I'm going to keep this nice and short. It's only a couple of lines. Right, so from the question paper, you see you have to generate 10 random numbers between 20 and 100. And you've got to make lines that look like this. The numbers on the left equals, and its factors are on the right. Now guys, you already know how to get the factors of a number. This is you've done a program that gets the factors of a number. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a line that looks like this. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a random number between 20 and 100. Now remember, we are going to need to add something, which I'll show you now. So I'm going to do random range. So the minimum is 20, and remember you have to go 1 over the upper limit because it won't include 101, it will stop at 100. Alright, good. Now if you want to use random range, you had to include math in your uses. Please remember that. Okay. Good, we have our random number. Let's get the factors of this random number. So this is just the normal for loop for I is equal to 1 to IRN. Now this is all familiar code, we're just finding the factors. How do we find a factor? You test if this number mod I is equal to 0, it means I is a factor. So what do we do? Remember, we have to build a line that looks like this. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I declared a string variable called sFactors, and that is going to store something that looks like this. You have to think of this as a string. It's 1, 2. This is not a number. This is a concatenation of characters. There's equal sign, there's a space, there's 1. Yes, 1 is an integer, but then there's a comma. So this line, you have to see it as a string that we are going to build. Alright, so I'm going to store it in a variable called sFactors. And what is the first thing I'm going to put in sFactors? I'm going to put the number and the space and the equals. Okay, so what is the number? It's IRN. But can I do this? Can I put an integer into a string? No. So I'm going to say string to int. Okay. And what else do I need? I need a space and the equals. So there's a space, there's the equals, and it's almost space after the equals also. Alright, so right now in my sFactors, the string that I'm building is a number, a space, an equal sign, and another space. Alright. Now I'm getting the factors, and I've gotten to this point. If I is a factor, what should I do? You need to add it to your string. Okay, so let's do that. Let's add it to our string. It's equal to what it was, plus I. But I is an integer. You're adding an integer to a string. You cannot do that. You have to change the int to a string. Okay. But what should I also add to this? A comma. To add a comma. And there we go. So let's go through this. Let's say you run your program and you enter the number 12. Or not enter the number. The random number that is created is 12, which is impossible because 12 is not in between 20 and 100. Okay, but just for the sake of simplicity, because the factors are so easy to see, I'm going to use the number 12, and I store that in IRAN. Alright, then we get to this line. So right now our line looks like 12 space equals space. So basically it's just the section that we've built. And then we come to our for loop. Right, for I is equal to 1, 2, 12. I will start at 1. Is 12 mod 1 equal to 0? Yes, 1 is a factor. So, look what I do here. I add 1 to my string, and I also put a comma. So right now my string would be 12 space equals space 1 and a comma. Okay, my for loop goes to 2. Is 12 mod 2 equal to 0? Yes. So 2 s factors, which is currently equal to this, I add 2 and another comma. So I add this section here. Right, so guys, this will go through the numbers, it will add all the factors. It will build up a string of factors that look something like this. Now the last thing you had to do was, it did say do this 10 times. This process, generating a random number, finding its factors, building up a string, it just said do it 10 times. So am I going to type this section out 10 times? No, guys. Before I give you the nice answer, I'm just going to display this in my memo. I'm going to display the s factors in my memo. Okay, then I'm going to give you the nice solution. Do I type this out 10 times, the exact same code 10 times, highball? If it's going to repeat 10 times, you just put all of this in a very big for loop. Alright? And I don't like using the same variable for loop, so this one's I, this is I, let's make this j. There's j, you see? So for j is equal to 1 to 10, and what should repeat 10 times? Ah, please, this whole section. Put it in between begins and end. There's your begin, let's put the end way down here. So this means this entire section, do you see it's between the begin and end? This entire section will repeat 10 times. In other words, a random number will be generated. A string line of factors will be built. You will display it. You will display it in your memo. Once you get to this end, j will become 2. This is the second time of repeating all of this. So I always think of it like this is your first time entering it, and then inside here it will go boom, 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 boom. When this for loop finishes, come here, then this is your second time entering this large section, and then again boom, 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 boom. I don't know if that helps any of you, but that's it. Let's test if it works. Oh, it doesn't work. 2 errors. What's wrong? Oh, no man, guys. Int to string. You see when I make mistakes with these things. Int to string. We're changing this from integer to string. Yeah, boy. Cool beans. Okay. Oh, there we go. So it's generated 10 random numbers. There are its factors. That looks sort of correct. Yes, that looks correct. Right, guys, this is your code. Please get 100% and you can have a nice weekend then. Okay.